my island in the sun, no. My island home, my island home. Let me tell you about where I'm from, my island in the sun, no.
Coming up, making our way to Rhond Island. Sailing plans that don't quite pan out, a camera mount that absolutely refuses to cooperate, a few thoughts about anchoring, weather, amazing snorkeling, and some suspicious local characters watching boats a little too closely. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Woo!
We are leaving Grand Mabee in Grenada. We're still in Grenada. And today our destination is Rhond Island. So it's just off the northern tip of the main Grenada island. And it is supposed to be the bay that we're going to anchor in is supposed to have a bunch of turtles.
Turtles.
Possibly some nurse sharks.
Ooh.
Which would be pretty cool to see. Kind of like the golden retriever of the shark world. And we should be about a 2 to 3 hour sail, depending obviously on wind and how everything goes.
Which apparently is supposed to be right off our nose today. And probably about 10 to 15 knots. So it might be a one engine, just keep the mainsail up just in case something happens kind of day.
Yeah, because now the wind is a whopping 5 knots.
So what did you think of Grand Mal?
Do you know, the anchorage itself was fantastic, a great sandy hold. Next time I think I would we'd try to anchor a little further away. We had a few different people swimming out from the beach on paddle boards, coming over to the boat, wanting to be on the boat, and
Mostly teenager boys, probably about 15 to 16. But there's a couple young guys, somewhere between 19 to 21. And yes, some of you will defend them for being nice, friendly, and curious, but they're asking about how much was the boat, how much money did we have, are we afraid about piracy? Yeah. So I had to talk a little bit about my experience with ensuring that we don't get into trouble that way.
Yeah, it was a little, I found it a little unsettling, I'll be honest. And just with the question, what they were asking, and I don't know.
So all in all, it's good,
yes.
But there's a deeper place way out there where some of the other catamarans are anchored that we'd probably go next time, just a little bit further away from the beach. But all in all, hardly any wind. Yeah. So there was hardly any swell or anything else. So good anchorage. And right here, if you look right there, that little point is the sculpture park. So it was maybe, for those of us that have a good fast dinghy like Saucy, maybe about a 5 to 6 minute dinghy ride there. 10 EC, so about $4 to $5 in order to go swimming and see the sculptures. So all in all, I'd definitely come back. All right, continuing up.
Up anchor, main goes up, and we're setting the tone early. This is not going to be a lazy sail.
Beautiful. We rock exactly at the right time. That's funny. Exactly at the right time.
Okay, good.
Get past the lazy jacks.
Take that. Grand Mal is actually a good free anchorage if you're stopping to visit the underwater statue park. There's a grocery store about a 10-minute walk away, a gas station 5 minutes away, and propane filling somewhere nearby. At least that's what we were told.
Translation, great stop. Just don't expect Amazon Prime logistics.
Just gonna put out a blade on the head sail. So we're just getting just a little bit of good direction. So as you can see, it's just a little bit of a difference. And we've gone up about half a knot. I'll bring out more if the wind direction actually changes and is more favorable to us. It's not that often that we get waves this big under passage into us where we have to do this walk in the galley dance.
Woo!
But truly
It's like
heading,
surfing.
yeah, heading straight up the island, straight into the waves, straight into the wind. And when you walk around, you get the pleasure of grabbing onto the under rails here to make sure you survive the experience.
Take me south on that old dirt road down the Mississippi where the sun.
Often is the case when you're underway and you're mid-island, the water will actually wrap around the island for current, like I'll show you on the chart plotter here. So the wind and the waves generally come from east in the Caribbean, but they'll also wrap both the wind and the waves current will wrap around the island. So that's why you get to see us doing this little hobby horse thing right now, going up and down, because the waves are wrapping around the island. The wind is going to be cycling. So right now you'll see it's coming from the port side at 30 degrees when it was coming from dead nose before. So you're gonna get all this little cycling of wind and going up and down. So we're gonna try to hug a little closer to the coast of the island, just so when we get around it here, we have to head off in more of a northeastern heading, which will be going even more into the wind, more into the waves. So let's see what fate has in store for us today. We're doing 5 knots with both engines at about 50%, 14 knots wind, dead head to wind, which you can see right in the corner, right there. Or is it there? We simply don't know if this fishing boat is traps or net. There's a whole bunch of boys out there, so we're just making sure we're gonna go right around him with a wide berth.
Victoria is a historic fishing village on Grenada's west coast, founded in the 1700s during French colonial rule. Today, it's still deeply tied to the sea, supplying fresh fish and holding on to a strong, close-knit community life. St. David's low-income housing was built to provide safer, affordable homes, but many families were hesitant to move in. Jobs were limited, and people were asked to leave long-standing communities behind.
Thank you for the sanitized version of history. Here's the part that people actually whisper about. The project was built by Chinese state-linked contractors using mostly imported Chinese labor and materials. That left locals with few jobs, no ownership connection, and little reason to trust the project. 226 units were built, and the government hasn't published occupancy numbers. Locals we spoke with say few, if any, ever moved in. Draw your own conclusions.
Fisherman was heading completely to our port side, crossing us, so we gave him a lot of berth. Now he's turned, he's going straight with us, at slightly angled to us. That's awesome.
The same fisherman cut right across our bow, then again to port, and is running parallel again.
I'm starting to think we're part of a navigation strategy. If we zig, he zags. Bold plan, low success rate. Remember when I hugged the coast to wrap around the island and get a better angle into the wind?
Yes?
Yeah, that was a complete waste of time. Wind shifted midday. Angle's just as bad. We got the full body slam package for free.
My crime is on the rise. I know I see the devil in the politician eyes. Now I feel the burden on my shoulder. I hope I'm growing wiser, cause I know I'm growing older. The gold, the oil, and the drugs, in God we trust.
And now the boat that we were following makes a hard turn to port, away from the narrow strait we were clearly lined up for. Is this about to become another bad judgment call on my part today?
Oh Lord, hear our prayers.
Forest destroyed, which breathed us life, and nobody cared to tend to the demise.
We made it through the narrow, shallower straits and into our anchorage. That other boat went a long way around the islands, about 40 extra minutes at least.
But the rule out here is, if you're not comfortable, don't force it. There's too much at stake on the water.
And here we are on Rond Island in the Little Bay. Truly almost to the minute and second on the latitude-longitude for where one of the people set to dig in. We dropped down Rocky, our 77-pound Rockna anchor, 35 kilogram. And they said there's just this big strip of sand because there's so many places where it's just flat slate with a skiff of sand over it. There's 2 places, one in the south end across from the little beach and one in the north end, which you can't see right now. but a guy went on, did a picture on Navily, and just blacked out a whole area, which is a sandbar. We dropped it, pulled in, seamed a dig, took Nomi, our compressor, went down for a dive, and...
Rocky is totally buried in sand.
Completely.
He's loving it, living a good life, and has us very securely anchored.
And there's the video right there of Rocky dug up. What I thought was really cute was when I went down, the water's so crystal clear here. I went down, and as I was following the chain, I saw this little tiny boxfish and just started swimming the chain. Got to Rocky, 2 more hiding right behind him with the big stand that he created. 2 little lovers. That was beautiful. So this is going to be a nice place. What do you think about the sail here?
The sail was, well, it was a motor sail, let's just be honest, because we were heading into the wind the entire time.
Yes.
There was a period of there was a brief moment of time, well, we had the main up the whole time, but head sail, there was no point.
Well, there was a brief period of maybe 5-10 minutes.
I was just going to say, there was a brief, that's what I was going to. There was a brief period of time where the head sail came out, and about 10 minutes later, the head sail went back in.
You got it. Because I thought going north around the island to get a better angle and the wind to come up here would have been the thing to do. Absolutely epic fail. The wind wrapped around the island, but it still kept going from the northwest, and it was, sorry, northeast, and just gave us no luck whatsoever. So the boat that was behind us got ahead of us by about a half a mile. And we're going, oh, they're going to take our spot. But then when they got to the sister rocks, they went around them instead of through. And there was a boat ahead of us called OV that went through the sister rocks. I'm going, oh, it's got to save us at least 20 minutes. Oh, it did.
Yeah.
And we got in here before that other Fountain Peugeot boat did. So we made good choices.
Yay.
Good job. And hopefully you get to see some snorkeling now.
If you're digging the delights you're discovering, don't delay. Dive into the dazzling like and subscribe buttons below, as it helps drive our dreams deeper, drawing devoted devotees who'll definitely dig it too, like Lori Nowochin, Superstar Entertainment, Dariusz Kaczyński, Rob Mabee, and Kim Rhindress.
No, really? Probably where the map shows the beginning of the sand area. It's funny that people aren't parking where we are, because truly that's just easy sand.
We tried to combine 2 goals, snorkeling and rounding the sisters' rocks. Turns out choppy seas don't care about efficiency. Too rough to snorkel, but still beautiful.
Like me?
Yes, exactly like. Ironically, the best snorkeling was right off Monashee's starboard side. About 80 yards away
73 meters.
was a gorgeous rock and coral reef we never would have guessed was there from the surface.
Looks like 2 of the boats have already pulled out from last night. One of them was a masted, at least 60-70 foot long boat. It's got me curious as to why are we spinning the opposite direction as everybody else right now?
Days like this remind us that sailing is equal parts planning, adapting, and admitting when the ocean rewrites the script.
We learned that good anchorages matter. Shortcuts aren't always mistakes. And sometimes the best snorkeling is right underneath your nose.
Thanks for coming along with us. Storms, lessons, laughs, and love.
Oh boy. Thanks for sharing our journey and subscribing. And check out this next video, as we believe Sir David Attenborough would like it too.
I'm looking for the answers between the truth and lies.